Welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 2. In the last one, we killed yet another old one, which was very cool. We killed the old Iron King. I remember. It's funny because I actually haven't slept since then because Infamous Second Son came out. So if you're interested in that, check that out. But regardless, back and using that word again. So right now, I don't know why I'm destroying all these, but we are actually headed off to the boss fight for the this area. So this is the very last old one I'll be fighting, not the last one in order. I mean, because like I said, you could do any of these in any order. But you'll see a very dramatic change in armor from when we actually go into here to where, or from when we go in and when I'm actually fighting the boss. Yeah, but I think I mentioned before, but I'm pretty sure you can see that little area right there from the entrance of the Brightstone Cove area with the whole tent bonfire area. But oh my god, sudden change. Yeah, so I'm suddenly now hollow wearing this armor, the Aura set. Yeah, I decided that for the spider, I will be... Ah, fuck, I spoiled it. I think you already knew. For this boss, which happens to be a spider, I'm going to be using the Aura set so that I could be all quick and rolling around and stuff. You know, Sonic gotta go fast, that sort of thing. So, let's check this out. Let's see what is in store for us with this boss. It's not fun. No, thank you. No, please, no. Please don't do that. I don't want to. Oh, God. So this is the Duke's Deer Freja. I think that's how you'd say it, because that's how I'm gonna say it. So I recommend either speed or range. Don't both. So this boss is a little interesting. It's a gigantic fucking spider for one thing. It has a few different attacks, some sweeping attacks with its legs in the front. One where it'll sort of charge up for a second and then rush forward with its mouth, trying to trap you inside of its sort of tiny mouth arm things right there. The Duke's Deer Freja actually has a head on either side. And I think it's actually possible to get the head to fall off, so don't actually try to do that, because that'll make it so you can only attack one side, which can make it either easier or a lot tougher. For me, it'd make it tougher. So what I'm actually doing here is actually, I'm not stun locking it or anything, but instead I'm sort of just, I'm messing with the boss's AI. The boss will try to do a bunch of different things, but if you happen to stay at this range right now, right there you can see it, it'll keep using that, I think it's called the Ether Web. It's basically like a magical looking web, but more so it's like a Kamehameha, like concept being shot out. Basically they start around 30 degrees away from you, and I guess because it's two heads, but the spider will then rotate about 120 degrees, give or take, around the area, counterclockwise. So if you want to stay ahead of it, I recommend you stay around mid-range, like I am right now. You watch for the spider to stop, and then rear up. You instantly start like sprinting back here, get to this other side, and then just wail in the face. I messed up because I hit the sides there, but you can get a couple hits in if you're good about it. And if you stay at this like range, you could basically lock the boss into this, which is very, very useful because, God, I would not have been able to take this boss out otherwise, because just the fact that if you sit in this danger zone right here, you'll get wrecked real easy. I can't defend, like, just a couple of hits stagger me. So it was really tough just taking a defensive route. So I was like, well, I'll just try to sprint around, see if that'll work. And it did, actually. So yeah, this isn't very entertaining, I'll say. But I mean, maybe it's entertaining. I think it's a little tedious looking, but I was just glad at this point because this is after like 50 tries. If you're interested about the whole spiders on the ground thing, don't worry about them because they're pretty easy to dispatch, but they're there just as fodder. They're there just to mess with you. The fodder on the ground, they will try to attack you, but for the most part, they don't actually attack you while you're in front of the face of the spider, which can be very useful. But they'll sure as hell try to attack you while you're on the way there. But if you want to take them out, you can. But keep in mind that they will respawn very soon, or very quickly. I think you just saw one coming out of the ground right there. They'll just pop up out of places. So it's not really worth it to clear them out unless you happen to be going for souls, and there's plenty better places. Or if you just feel like you're having a real big issue with them. Like right here, I did take some damage from them. Right there, it was a little off screen, but you sort of saw the spider jump into the air and relocate itself. I don't know what triggers that, if it happens when she goes below 50%, but it happened. Be very careful, that is an instant death drop there. I was running into some issues where I would be holding the sprint or the dash button, and it would not dash. Like there was like input lag there, which very weird, but for the most part, it didn't really bother me too much. It was just sort of odd. If you want to attack the legs, go ahead, but you're not going to deal any damage, I'm pretty sure, because I'm fairly sure that the legs are impervious to all damage, and it's only the face, or only the heads on either side that take damage. So no matter what type of character you are, you have to stay in that sort of like danger zone at some point. For me, I get to keep it to only when they're doing the boss move, which makes it real easy for me. But for ranged people, you might have a harder time because you'll have to stay inside of the boss's like forward cone. Right there, you just saw a web shooting attack. It's actually possible to go clockwise to avoid the ether web, but it's dangerous because if it hits you, you'll be screwed. Like right here, I was pushing my luck by staying around too much, so I couldn't actually get around to the head. It is possible to roll underneath the ether web, but especially with this armor set, if I messed up the roll and actually got hit, I would die so quickly, like instantly. I think right there is just sort of, I think that's supposed to break your armor, or maybe it's poison, maybe it's both. But that's another move. God damn it, I hate that. It always like hits the corner of the face there. Yeah, so I think that when you get below 25% roughly, the spider will do a bit of a frenzy like that, and she just loves to stomp all around. For the most part, this fight's I should stop saying that. It's easy, okay? Yeah, I'll keep saying that. They're easy, but only in the sense that they're like this one. You can do what I'm doing and beat him even with a shitty dagger. It could take you 100 tries, but you can still do it. Therefore, I think it's easy. But a boss like the Lost Sinner, not so easy because he can be hard to predict and he moves really fast. So sometimes the reactions are a bit too fast. So in that sense, I'd say that the Lost Sinner isn't as easy as this fight. But I died more times in this boss than I did Lost Sinner because I died 0 times in the Lost Sinner. It just so happened that I happened to be a pretty good matchup against him and lucky. Also, fuck. Okay, you kill the boss and you get the soul. But the problem is, you don't actually get the Lord Soul or whatever it's called. You'll see it right here. The Great Soul. You have to, in order to embrace the Great Soul, you have to go there. But then there's like a blue thing. You'll see off to the. What is that blue thing? There's a blue light. What the fuck is the blue light? I need to know. The blue light is just there, all right, and it confuses me. Because the spiders are evil and they'll chase you, and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I thought they wouldn't chase me in here, but they did. Game, why you forsaken me? I don't know. At this point, I just should have used a pyromancy on them instead of dying, but whatever. God, I fucking hate spiders. Alright, careful. Very careful. That guy right there, he's not actually an NPC. I believe he is the Duke. And the Duke's dear Freja. That was dear Freja out there. Or Freja. Or no, I don't fucking know. Dark Quartz Ring, yay! Defense against darkness, as well as other stuff. I like that though. Someone said man and someone else closer said woman for whatever reason. They're like, nah, you don't get to decide. So, what do? Well, we kill that guy, get the stuff, and then head down here. I don't know if there was anything else back there I missed, like with that blue light or whatever. Also, fun fact, here is a boss. Just kidding, he's just an enemy, but he's difficult. I think you'll recognize him. Oh, he's headless. I wonder. That's right. That is actually Varengel, or whatever his name is. The guy that gave me the helm. That's his body. We finally found it. And his body is a bitch and a half to actually take out. Just kidding. Backstabs are your friend with this guy. I like his cleavers. I think it'd be really cool to get them myself. Yeah, that was a case of I forgot that I had multiple items on my bar. Holy shit, he's really bad. I don't know if that was shitty AI or that was supposed to happen and he just can't see because he has no face. But you should definitely kill him because one, he's stopping you, and two, you actually get his armor set here, which is awesome. So now we have the whole Varengel armor set. Yay. So, that's about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. In the next one, we are going to actually continue on past what we've been doing into bigger and better things. See you then. Goodbye.